And welcome back to Orlando Matters. I'm Keith Landry. Fascinating guest right now. We're going to talk about how you can help people who are deaf in the workplace have success in life and in the workplace, and in talking and working with interpreters. Malia Johnson is with Deaf Talk LLC, and she is my guest right now. Thanks for being here, Malia.
Thank you.
It is absolutely fascinating to me that you are deaf. You cannot hear anything I'm saying, but you're such an incredibly good lip reader that we're able to communicate perfectly.
Thank you. I grew up with training, speech reading, for many years. I had 6 hours a day of speech therapy for 7 days a week. So it was a long, challenging going through that. But I'm very fortunate. I have the best of both worlds. So I'm very happy about that.
So you were born deaf. Tell us briefly about that.
Yeah, I was born deaf. My parents found out that I was deaf, and they were like, what do we do? How do we find? So they found an organization called John Tracy Clinic, and they went there. What do we do? How can we figure out, get information? And from there, they got information from there. And then at that time, they believed in oralism. So they taught my parents on how you teach your child to lip read, how you teach your child to speak and everything. So I went through all that training. And then through school, I didn't have an interpreter. So I went through lip reading all my life through school. It was a struggle. And so that's why I have all these glasses here. Okay. So I went through a lot of years of training to be able to speak. But I didn't speak it much growing up because I was made fun of.
Okay.
It was very hard because I couldn't understand everything that was being said. I didn't understand how to pronounce the words and all that. But as I got older, I improved my speech.
Yeah, it's amazing how good you are.
Oh, thank you.
Now, let's talk about your advocacy. What are you trying to do? What is your message to businesses, to people in society about helping people who are deaf have success?
Well, we are an organization, Deaf Talk, interpreting entity. We provide the highest quality interpreting services for the deaf people out there. The reason why I set that up is because I'm deaf myself. I have gone through the struggle of having like a warm body interpreter who didn't have the appropriate skills. It was like, ooh, wow, I'm not getting the message that I needed to be successful in my work or in wherever I am. I thought, ooh, I needed to figure that out. But not just that, it's the confidentiality and all that stuff, liability. So I decided to set that up, and how can I help the other deaf people to get what they need, to get their information, the resources, to advocate for themselves as well. School, medical, legal, whatever it may be. They have no clue. There's so much resources out there, but they're confused on which one to pick. Under the ADA law, the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, which one's going to work for them? What matches for them to use? So we try to help them out, and we educate other business people as well.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we'll get people calling actually, oh, we need a request for an interpreter. Okay, have you ever used an interpreter before? No. Well, here, let us help you out. We'll explain to you about the ADA law. We'll give you the description on how it works and all that. And then when that happens, what we'll do is, okay, we'll send you the information and try to explain what the interpreter's role is. How does the interpreter work? How do you communicate with the interpreter, between the interpreter and the deaf person at the three-way? You just talk to the deaf person. Don't talk to the interpreter. Talk to the deaf person. The interpreter's just there to moderate that message back and forth. That's all they do.
Tell me about the workshop. You have an important workshop coming up on February 29th.
We do. That workshop is called Working with Interpreters to Know Your Rights. It's your right, the deaf person's right, on how to work with interpreters and what their rights on the interpreter's levels. We have different national and state credentials, so we make sure they understand what the levels are. And liability issue, there'll be like my personal story that I've gone through with variation that could have been a misdiagnosis. It could have been anything that could have happened. What could happen to you? Or to you, what can you do to advocate for yourself to make sure you have better communication? A very interesting story. And I have other stories to share with that, like, oh my God, that really happened. Wow, you don't want that to happen to you or to them.
And so, Malia, you have a website, deaftalkllc.com. What will people find at your website?
They will find information about the ADA, they will find links to the NAD, RID, different organizations out there they'll be able to pull on there. They'll find information about conference, coordination, many different things. Things that we offer on interpreting information. We're getting ready to add that we do provide advocacy information on there as well. So we feel that's important to add that on there because I want to give you information. You'll find information about me, how I travel, why I set up the business, to help deaf people understand, oh, okay, look at the deaf-owned business. Okay, we could work with that.
Awesome. Malia, I want to thank you for your time today, and I wish you luck with deaftalkllc.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You bet. It's been wonderful to have you here today.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.